Hey, fam. So, this guy walked up on me the other day. He was very nice till he was caught into some drug issues. That's him. And he sat down and he just started spouring his whole life story to me. And I talked to him some, but I kept it. I just listened to him. And at the end of it, he said, thank you so much for listening to me. And I said, sometimes that's all we need. I said, you have a lot to say. I said, so sometimes that's all we need. I spoke some when I felt led to speak, and he received it. And because of the circumstance I was in for one day, he wanted to give me a knife, and I was like, I don't need that, honey. I don't need that. But I whittled some wood with it for a little bit and took it anyway. But he had a lot. He had been through a lot and stuff like that. My thing is, not everybody out there that's like that are demonic. They're going through stuff. They're having, understand, a lot of people out there wanting stimuli, drugs, is because their energy's for real being drained at this time. I'm not saying do that, but I've come to that understanding. You know, I have come to that understanding. They're wanting their energy back because they're really they're aware, but they're not as aware that their energy's being drained and stuff. So it was very enlightening. One thing, if you see somebody on the street, whether they homeless or have money or what, throw them a smile. Let them know. Just smile at them. Just smile at them. That's all. Listen to the one. You know, people are hurting during this time and things like that. People don't have understanding. Not one has it all figured out. But we piece it together. I met another dude. He looked me in the eyes and he stands on his church and starts lifting his hands. Well, I lift my hand and I felt Yahweh come out and he goes, and he came over to me and he sat down. He gave me some food and stuff. He said, you hungry? A piece of cake, some pasta salad, and an orange. He shared with me. And we started talking. He just started crying. And I said, you know, I said, I don't drink or do drugs or stuff anymore. I said, I thought about drinking today. He looked at me with tears in his eyes. He said, don't, it'll just make it worse. I said, yeah, I know. That's why I'm sitting here. And he was like, take authority back. And I said some things. He said, I never looked at it that way. He said, we need to come together and start sharing what we know. And I said, exactly. That's what I feel too. He said, all this hate and the tears just came. And he told me some stories and stuff. And I triggered something. And he started smiling. He said, I remember. How could I forgot? I remember now. And he was genuinely happy. And it just touched my heart. So don't judge people. They may not have the money you do. They may not do it the way you do. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We all have a purpose. But I've met some interesting characters. You know. So, namaste, ashe, and God bless. Some keys have been revoked, just saying. And some of us have always been the key holder.